Welcome back, guys, to the Campstar Show. Thank you guys for listening to this show, and guys, thanks for this podcast you can listen to every single week. The last few days was very unusual getting a chance to do with y'all guys, but I know we're gonna have a little short time this week. We'll talk about some race that was interesting back in Daytona last Sunday. It was supposed to be a Saturday night race if you are was kind of considering why, but they postponed due to rain, have heavy rain there in Daytona Beach, and they had it on Sunday morning at 10 o'clock in the morning. My gosh, I was like, I'll let 10 o'clock, 9 your time if you're interested. 2 hours from there if you're like at 6 o'clock a.m. If you like racing that so much you have to wake up that early in California and the West Coast. I got those. But yeah, I mean it was a great race. I didn't see the race at all. I just saw the highlights of it and the record at the end of the race. Austin and Austin Cedric was 1 and 2. Grayson was number 5, and I saw on the last was for, Martin Trez was 8th, but Ryan Blaney won the spot for the 16th spot. It was only 3 points difference. It was I think he had to pass a few more like 3 more cars or one with 3 more cars to get in that final spot, but he couldn't make. He had not much time to get that 16th spot. But if it was the wraparound, if Grayson, one of them guys was going to win, it would be in the playoffs. But it was a good day for the RCR race team. They won. Was a big wreck. It was involved Kevin Harvick, Chase Elliott, the 24 car went by him. Um, uh, uh, then it was I think Kyle Larson and Denny Hamlin. All those guys was a big pile up at the like the 20 10 laps ago of the race. So it's kind of you know one of those things you don't want to see. It was raining that time around, and they had to hold it because it was raining. The track was wet, and they did one more last time before it rained again, and Austin did it in one. So as we got as we got the playoff grid. Well, the first race is in Darton this weekend on Saturday. Elliott, Logano, Chastain, Larson, Bonham, Denny Hamlin, Blaney, Reddick. Sorry about Cedric. It's Reddick that finished second. Pardon me. Kevin Harvick, Bell, Christopher Bell, Kyle Busch, Briscoe, Suarez, Cedric, Bowman, and Dillon. Um, no Kurt Busch because of Ty Gibbs going for Kurt Busch. So that 15th spot was taken over by either Suarez or Reddick, or was it Dillon? Bowman or Dillon or Cedric. One of these guys went in because of Kurt Busch's problems. Um, so we won't do these brackets uh, tomorrow night or Friday, sort of, and we're gonna do the brackets and see where we all stand at too. So, um, yeah, well, it's just you can't have Kurt Busch racing because still got that concussion protocol. So I know I heard him for sure. I know all the fans was kind of wondering when he's gonna come back and race. So it's a sad deal, but you just got to get somebody in the playoffs and get the 16th spot rolling. So 15 and 16 was covered with new team, with new driver names. So um, I feel like Kurt Busch deserves to be in it, and Ty Gibbs. But if you're not in the racetrack and not in the race car, well, you got to get to somebody else. And I think they did. I think Kurt did the best job of his ability to get somebody to race for him, and also not in the playoffs because of his health. So that's the best bet. Um, and after that, we got some pick'ems going on Thursday night. Tomorrow night, and I also got a special guest coming in tomorrow night. You will hear us on here. It's going to be a live audience. If you want to be part of the show, part of the podcast, I'll have a link if anybody wants to be on Messenger, and also I will may post it on Facebook as soon as I can. Basically, we're going to talk about Cowboys. What the Zeke Elliott thing about. I've been reading a lot of release after 2024 or in 2023. So I will have that will being answered. And also we're going to talk about we're going to do some college pick'ems. We're going to do some Thursday night pick'ems. And we got some big games coming up. And also the biggest game of the year will be Bama and Texas. So that'll be next Saturday. So I'm excited. I mean, this is a games of the century, and I think it's going to have some fun times with football. I know everybody in this whole thing is big football fans, and I thought basketball was a thing, and we were always happy by in March. It was no sports at all, but now we see sports kicking up a notch this season. Guys, we're going to see you tomorrow night. While I have this posted, it's going to be kind of late, but hey, we just going to let you know, guys, that I'll give y'all feedback what's going on in racing. So if you missed that, um, I think it's the best of the season. Can Chase get the win, get the playoffs championship? Can he win the whole thing this year in playoffs? Okay, Kyle Larson sneaking in, win another back-to-back series championship. We're going to do the grid tomorrow. I'll tell you what my picks are, who's going to advance in the top 12, and from there, who's going to advance going further. So, guys, take care. Enjoy the day. Enjoy tomorrow. If you don't if you don't hear this, it'd be probably mid morning for you guys, or mid afternoon if you have a chance to get off from work. And after that, we'll be live on YouTube with a very special guest. I think you'll enjoy. We'll have some laughs. We might cup a little bit, but hey, you can do what you want to. The show, really, right? Um, so, guys, thank you for joining this show. Subscribers, I know y'all part of this thing for a while. I did this thing back in 2020, and why I'm saying this because back at that time we didn't know what's going to happen through football. We don't know if sports will be involved, but with this been going, I didn't do this on Riverside, so we did this on Zoom. A lot of times we did on outside of it, but if it wasn't for this podcast and what y'all guys do every day, it helps all of us podcasters out there to know that y'all care. And I know everyone cares out there. Subscribe to the show. It's a channel stream. It's Cameron Sidewall channel. Um, Enjoy it, guys. I mean, we're going to have a fun time with it this year. Next year, probably even more. Um, I don't know what's going to be the process, what be what the obstacles will be. But and God in God's timing, we're going to have it, to where we'll have a lot of subscribers for sure. And I know this show will be going bananas. So guys, thank you for listening. We'll talk about coming back to y'all tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening. But guys, God bless y'all. Thank you so much for joining the show, and also we're going to see you then, the next video, episode 122. Thank you, guys.